Welcome to a special edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with Kansas City-based jazz guitarist Matt Hopper. He's an extremely active part of the Green Lady Lounge scene and beyond, and the entire Kansas City jazz scene. He opened up about the state of the world now that we are in the COVID-19 coronavirus quarantine of March 2020. He opened up with Neon Jazz about how to support the arts and his overall perspective on this global pandemic that is affecting Kansas City, jazz, and the world at large, along with the toll it's taking on the human being. So please enjoy.
I'm sure probably just as well as everybody else trying to make our way through this very unique time in our history.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I reached out on a local level to have some level of levity for you guys to have a mouthpiece to talk about what can be done in this era of silence before you guys get back at it, because I mean, this is your bread and butter. This is the way you guys live your lives. So if we can get the word out. Yeah. So
well, I know. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. I think the functionality of talking to you guys and having a chance to kind of, you know, just have a mouthpiece for what's going on right now is going to be very important for you guys.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. That's what we're all looking for right now. There's a lot of artists out there, and we're all wanting to, you know, express how we can be supported. We have people like you or other people who are helping us find support through other just other avenues besides the Facebook and Instagram and things like that. I know for me personally, Instagram and Facebook, I've been doing videos, and on that I've been putting my Venmo and PayPal as kind of what's it called, virtual tip jar that a lot of people are doing right now, and that really does help support the artist. I've found that it really actually opened my heart up quite a bit to know that we do have some people who actually do care, and that's one thing that is neat to see, is that you're like, things really did happen. Like the worst thing that you could think of happening does happen, and then what do you do? And I never thought like there would be that support, but I've gotten a little bit from friends. I've had a student who offered to pay me for lessons that he can't take right now because he's on the front lines on this, and he's a nurse, and he was exposed like 3 weeks ago to this, and he said, I can't take lessons with you, but I know you're having a hard time, so I'm going to pay for some advanced lessons. And I said, wow, that was really amazing, yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's basically what I've come to find, and also like people are putting on their live streaming concerts, and live streaming concerts is a great way to support artists as well, by doing a virtual tip jar with that. For me, again, I'm just making videos of my original music that I am composing now. I'm also just taking some time with some jazz standards and different things that I love and making sure that I'm really executing those perfectly. Meaning, like, I go to the source and go to stuff like that. And people are offering, other artists are putting things up on the internet for you to know that stuff. That information is available, like the original recordings and from the movies and scores and things like that. There's a lot of neat information artists are putting up. And so it's a really awesome time for us to really be prepared for when we do perform. We're really killing it when we're up there now. You know, we're not playing around anymore. We're really serious, and we know what we're doing up there.
Well, I guess I think that's been the way it's been here in this town for a long time now. Kansas City has always been very serious about what they're doing and giving it to the people and doing it in a live fashion. So you have to adapt it. I think the thing that's interesting about this era, which is going on about 2.5 weeks, is that every day it does evolve into a different way. You see more and more people that are online. You see more ways that people can donate. So I guess my question to you is this, you know, what do you see, which we don't know the known right now with coming back, but what do you foresee with clubs that have done so strong coming back, you know, like the Green Lady and the Black Dolphin and all these places? Are those places that you see coming back and things getting back to some semblance of normalcy?
If everything can work out for, this isn't just the Green Lady or Black Dolphin, this is every club. If they can all hang in there and we can get through this, and I feel like when the lockdown's over and people are able to go back out, I have a feeling that in my personal hope, and I feel strong that people will come out, they're going to be starving for it. And I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of cats come out. But it also scares me about the economy and seeing that people may not have a lot of money to spend because they're all going to be looking for jobs. Maybe. I mean, we're not sure. And I've had to meditate and practice meditation every day during this time to really not think about the future, but not dwell on it. So for me, I think that the Green Lady and Black Dolphin, Corvino Supper Club, all these places that offered live music, if we can hang in there, I think we're going to go back to being back in business. I think it'll be okay. That's my hope. And, but I obviously don't know. I've never been through this. No one knows. But that's my hope and my dream, is to get right back to work and make things even better. Have this opportunity to take yourself, check what you're doing, how you're doing things, and why you're doing things, and then get in there and do it again and do it even better. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, I guess that's the thing that's unique about this, is that every generation has this measuring stick of saying, oh, well, we went through this or we went through that. There's no one on this planet that's been through anything like this. So the only thing that you can do is have, I guess, some semblance of hope that, there is going to be an end, that there is going to be a rebirth, and then we'll actually have that spring rebirth. But my question is this, too. Once all of this does get to a point where the music starts back up again, what do you hope the revelation for the listener is, the audience? What do you hope they get from this process of, the jazz or the proverbial music with silence, that they get to hear it live again? What do you expect or hope?
What I would always hope is that the people who are listeners, or people just attending the club because they heard it has live music and they just want to have a conversation and stuff like that, I just hope that for all of us, for everything in life, we have a greater appreciation for it. It's not just a bunch of guys up there making noise, that are deadbeat people that can't get a day job or something weird that people might be thinking. They might have a greater appreciation for that. Everyone who's an artist sacrifices something. We sacrifice a part of something else to do this. And a lot of it's our time and practicing. I just hope that they have a greater appreciation for that and understanding of that. That'd be my only hope, and that people will support artists because they realize they're not just nobody. They're important, and they're very much a part of the human fabric of life that needs to exist. And without it, it's not a happy life. In my opinion.
Well, and I talked to Adam today, Adam Larson, and I've heard this in a myriad of ways. The only reason and way that people are going to resurface out of all of this is because of artists, whether it's visual arts, whether it's television, whether it's movies, whether it's music. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And there was some rancor about there being arts funding in this relief bill, and that's strange that there would be anything that would, rebuff something like that, because it's so vital to everybody's mental health at this point.
It really, really is. And it always has been, too, and people just didn't know it. They got caught up in their own stuff, and we just did, and we all did. We all took things for granted, and that's just the time to slow things down right now and say, wow, when this does come back, we're going to need to do this different. I mean, in my opinion, I think we need to do things different. We need to do things in a way that needs to, the musicians, especially too, that are out here playing a lot, that we're going to need to take things and really spend time and not just worry about running from gig to gig and stuff like that. We're going to have to take some time with these songs and our own compositions and start really making some magic out of these things. And the people will really appreciate that a lot, once we do this. They're going to really appreciate it. So.
Oh, yeah, I get it. So on a very final note here, be very specific about how people can support you and other Kansas City jazz artists financially.
Okay. For me specifically, I have on my website, matthoppermusic.com, I have a place where you can do a virtual tip jar for me. I also offer online lessons. Taking lessons right now, if you have the time, is very beneficial. I do numerous platforms of online lessons. I've done FaceTime lessons. I've done Skype. I've done Google Hangout. I've done Zoom. So there's all these different ways to do that. That's a great way to support an artist, is by taking a lesson, group lessons. People are doing group lessons, too. I saw some of my favorite players are doing that, and offering discount group lessons. I'm going to probably start doing that as well. and also just paying for lessons in advance and saying, I can't really do lessons right now because I'm busy doing something else, but in the future I want to take guitar lessons. I know you need the money now. So being able to offer that now really helps a lot of people too. And make sure when you see their virtual concerts and stuff like that, give them a tip. Just say thank you so much for doing this and keep going. It makes us work harder so that when we are out there, we're going to make sure that you guys are getting just the best quality music that we can present, you know?
Matt, hey, thanks for taking a minute out. Good luck with everything, and we look forward to seeing you back out there at the lounge.
Thank you very much. I look forward to getting back there as well. Very much so.
Right on.
So take care and be healthy and safe, and I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you soon.
You got it,
Joe.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to this special edition of a Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest cats in New York, Kansas City, and spots all over the globe, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to Matt for taking some time out to talk about how to keep the arts alive during this very trying time for the planet. If you want to hear more interviews, go to Famous Interviews with Joe Domino on the iTunes Store. Visit neonjazz at youtube.com. And for everything Neon Jazz all the time, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. And please continue to support the arts during the quarantine. This is a time that we should all understand the value of art, movies, TV, and music in our collective lives. It's vital, and it should be supported no matter what. Until next time, enjoy the arts, my friends.
Neon Jazz.